and I'm gonna review what we did last Tuesday, but I'll do it at a faster pace. Um, because unfortunately the video didn't even capture all of it because the video crashed. Um, wasn't a very good week. Hopefully this week will be better. Okay, now got the name here. We got our assets, and we got different options for importing. See if there's anything before that. I think that's really the first part of it. And so we import package. It's curious. The screen looks different. How interesting. Let me do a new. And this isn't how we did it last time, was it? Remember when we imported assets?
I don't think so.
That is bizarre. Oh well, let me do a new project. Maybe one of those days. I'll add asset package, and I'll click standard assets here. Um, hopefully you see that. If not,
You deselected standard assets there.
right. I was trying to think. See, the reason why it's coming up with those three is because I've downloaded those three. um, hmm. Well, if you click at
Updated.
the what?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to my mom. I hit
Oh,
spacebar.
if you go to the asset store here, because not everybody will have it downloaded, so they won't be able to do the same thing as what I'm just doing. And if you type in standard assets, you'll come across it. This is free. And somewhere down here, you'll see a. So I went right by it. I went right by it. Oh, import. Um, on your case, I think it'll be if it's brand new, it'll say download somewhere. I'm saying import on mine. I've already downloaded it. I wish I could show that to you, but since I've already downloaded it, it's not going to repeat that. Now, where the tutorial says it should be and where it was last week was if you go to assets and do import package, then you'll see a bunch of different options on that. and you can choose to import that all those standard assets you see there. But anyway, once you downloaded it, then these are all selected, so that's okay, and I'll go ahead and click import, and those will bring those into my program. It's interesting how long it takes to import everything in.
It has to load all the textures. If they have code on anything, it has to load that. It actually makes sense why it's taken so long.
Yeah, it does. There's a ton of items in that standard assets. I just keep waiting. Now we won't have to do this each time. I'll keep building upon this project. Okay, and then under assets, you see that it brought in all that information. Now here's our standard scene that comes up. And if you come down here, scenes, that's where you see that particular scene at. If you do a file new scene, that'll create a new scene. So you can have many different scenes. You can think of these as corresponding different levels in your game. Under the file build settings, this is where you tell it what scenes to bring into your game. So you can add all open scenes, or believe you drag and drop, and you can add those in there. Or if you just have it open, you can just click this. That way, if you have some scenes that really you don't necessarily want to be in your end game, then you don't have to put them in there. Okay, so now I'm going to drop on the floor, and that's under standard assets, prototyping, prefabs. And we want the third one, I believe. 64 by 01 by 64, yeah. Not that it matters, but drop that on there. Now, just like anything else, these items that we're putting on there, you can adjust the positioning. Like the Y here, maybe I'll put that at 0. You can scale that if you wanted to. They add 2 floors on this tutorial, but I'm only going to do the 1 floor. Keep it simple. And I believe the next thing they add on is a couple of houses. Scroll down and find that part. And the one we want to add is a house prototype 161624. So we got the, I guess there's only one. I can click and drag that up here. Again, I can use my mouse wheel to zoom out. I can see my floor is not nearly big enough, considering the house is like that. So if I click the floor over here, I can choose the scale tool. This one up here. Make the entire part bigger. And I'm going to drop on another house. So drop that up there. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording here and then restart it. It seemed like this was the last time where I started rotating things around where it crashed twice.